All right, welcome back to Blue Pen Land. Here are more questions that are like the first question is on 9.3. And these are unique because there is no force in the x direction, okay? So for example, the force on this cable here is, here we go, I gotta draw that nicely. This force is upward, right? And then this force here is, let's draw that guy. This guy's maybe a bit bigger because the guy's standing near that end, right? Okay, that force is upward, and then our downward forces are, of course, the force of gravity on this guy and the force of gravity on this guy, right? Okay, so if you're looking at this thing, right, in the y direction, okay, our formula looks like this. We've got T1, which is positive, right? We've got minus 56 times 9.81, right? Minus 72 times 9.81. These are just up and down forces, right? Plus T2, and that adds up to 0, right? But that's two unknowns and one equation, so we can't solve that, right? So now we got to solve for the torque, right? And I'm going to pick one of these spots. I'm going to pick this spot to solve for the torque about, and that's because that'll make this force drop out of the equation, okay? So notice that this is, 56 times 9.8, right? And that's at, well, I guess that's at 3.05 meters, right? Okay, then we've got 72 times 9.8. So I'm doing 72 times g. And that's at, let's see, they're 1.1 from the right side. So they're 5 from the left side, right? And then there's T2 that's at 6.1 meters. Okay, so we've got all those forces. And then the T1 is at 0 meters because we picked this spot to torque about, right? So our equation looks like this: 0 times T1, so it drops out of the equation, plus 56 g times 3.05, right? And the formula for torque is, of course, torque is r times f. Here I did f times r, but that's okay, right? Plus, we'll go 5 meters, right, times 72g. G is 9.81. I'm just too lazy to write it all out here, right? Okay, and then we go minus 6.1 times T2. And then all that equals 0. Okay, this one's solvable because this guy drops out of the equation. I can go parentheses 56 times 9.81 times 3.05 plus 5 times 72 times 9.81, right? And I get a number, and then I'm just going to divide by 6.1, and I get 853.63. Okay, so my T2 is 853.63. Okay, and that must be this one here, right? And it makes sense, right, that that's a big force. Let's see what the T1 is here, right? So to get T1, you just plug into this formula here, right? So in the y direction, we've got T1 minus 56g minus 72g plus 853.63 is 0. So it's the same equation as this, right? But I just plugged this number into that, right? Okay, so now we're all set. We know everything but T1. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to go 56 times 9.81. That's what the G's are, okay? Plus 72 times 9.81. And then I'm going to subtract that guy, the answer I just got. And I get that it's 402.049. Okay, both of these forces are upwards, right? Both of those forces are upwards, and why are they upwards? I guess because we guessed positive here. We got a positive answer, so they are in the direction that we guessed. All right.